Leading this panel is going to be Dr. Val Underbaki. He's an educator, researcher, formerly at the University of South Florida. She's also a founding member of Friends of Human Rights, which began shortly after the arrest of Dr. Sami Al-Arian in 2003. Since that time, she's focused on calling attention to the current wave of preemptive prosecutions in danger of the Patriot Act. She's toured the country educating the public about the erosions of civil rights since 9/11, screening the documentary U.S. v. Al-Arian more than 50 times on campuses, churches, mosques, and community centers, and she serves as the education director of the National Coalition to Protect Civil Freedoms. So, Dr.
And thank you all for staying, and I'm going to introduce our family members. The first person to speak, I want to thank them for coming. They drove up from North Carolina.
I'll speak right in.
They drove up from North Carolina just today. And it's Shkumbin Sherifi. He is the brother of Shkumbin Sherifi, who was on Friday sentenced to 45 years. So I'm going to let him tell you the story.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody that came out here. I'm here with my two sisters over there, and my brother was recently, Friday, sentenced to 45 years in prison. And I would like to start with a quote of MLK, Martin Luther King, and he said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." And I want to bring up that point because in America, if you look at our history, it repeats itself. You could take it back all the way to American Indians, the way they were treated. The way I see it, America is like a game of tag. Somebody's always it. After the American Indians, you could point out that Japanese or Asians were discriminated against in the height of communism, you know. After that, as everybody knows, it was African Americans. So, unfortunately, after African Americans, Muslims across the United States, after the September 11 attacks, were targeted. And I went to the case. I was there majority of the time. I watched it, and I could tell you, anybody that was standing in that room as you guys are today could tell you that those men are innocent. We all know that. The reason I say that is because the way the prosecutors started its opening statement was, this is not a war on Islam. This case is not about Islam. But let me tell you something about Islam. So I watched the trial, you know, they bring in informant after informant, and you could see some of the jury was even asleep. So that does not make sense, you know. You're putting people's lives here at risk and you're over here sleeping. This was evident to anybody who wanted to watch the trial. And I say this because a lot of the community was backed off, you know. They didn't want anything to do with the word terrorist. So for Muslims, it's guilty until proven innocent, unfortunately. So we don't have those rights. Innocent until proven guilty doesn't exist, you know. What I want to say, if you look at all the cases, you know, I would like to talk about my brother specifically, but the rest of the guys, Omar and Ziad, they had the same thing, you know. Their character was assassinated, you know. They just wanted to make this picture of them being monsters, you know. They neglected, like, specific things about their characters. They don't want the jury to hear about that. They're just negative. Islam, terrorist, this. So I say this because I was really ignorant to cases like this. I'll be the first to admit. I was ignorant until it happened to me and my family. And I believe, in my opinion, majority of the people are ignorant until it happens to them. Most of our community, or at least society, is not aware of cases like this. If you can see, there's a whole list of them. This is stuff happening in Florida, Detroit, Boston, everywhere. And so I would like to say that I admit I was ignorant until it happened to me. That's how I learned. And I would like to spread the awareness. My brother specifically, we came from Kosovo. I don't know if you guys know the history of it, but we came here as refugees and now are American citizens, but we escaped the war. But through my brother, 23 years of living, he never had a problem, you know, with no law, no criminal, nothing, you know. He played soccer, guitar, skateboarding, drawing, you know, played high school varsity soccer and everything, you know, just average, not average guy because he helped my family a lot. He worked 2 to 3 jobs. He helped translate because he knew English. None of us knew it at the time. So he was basically like a second father to us. When my family would, my mom and dad, they worked overtime. He was taking care of me and my sisters. I have another sister, by the way. These are only 2 right here. But what I want to say is, as soon as he started trying to be a Muslim, you know, he was trying to learn about the faith. Because my country is 90% Muslims, but we don't really practice it the way other countries do. We're more westernized. So he just wanted to learn about it, and the fact that he did that is how he got caught. And I would like to tell you that my brother, just like myself and my sisters and my family, we travel to Kosovo as much as we can because that's where we're from. That's where we take our vacations. So as he did this, we did this too. So the government was trying to say that he was trying to start terrorist groups and all of this unbelievable things, just nasty things. But they were trying to say during court that the word marriage is a key word for trying to join the battlefield. They were trying to say that going to the beach means the same thing. So they were twisting things around. But in fact, my brother did get married to a wife. He got married when he went back to my country, 23 years old. And he has a daughter who he never met. She's 2 years old right now, Shkumbin Sherifi. The reason he never met her because during the summer of 2009, I believe, me and my family were in Albania vacation and we were waiting for him. His wife was 7 months, I believe, and we were waiting for him, and he packed his luggage, and he already bought the ticket. That Friday, he got arrested, so he has never met his daughter to this day. She's 2 years old right now. And what I want to say is my brother got entrapped. If you guys really look at all these cases, every case is individual, but if you look at the cases, each unique one, you will see that there's entrapment. The reason I say this is because my brother would go, he would work here like 2 jobs, and then he would go to my country and be with his wife. But he didn't want to come back here. He wanted to live there. So the FBI informants paid his ticket to come over here. In addition, they paid the apartment that he stayed in. They paid for a computer. And this is all court documented. You guys, if you look at it, this is, the court knows this, they paid for it. So all this paid by FBI, if you really look at it. He was basically entrapped. His charges were by FBI informants. They invited him to shoot guns. My brother doesn't even know how to work a gun. So they added him 10 years for that. And one of the guys in the conspiracy, just the fact that they mentioned his name, he got charged for that. So I would like to make a point that my brother made during the trial as he was sentenced. He said, "You're not charging me of a conspiracy because if you asked all the guys of conspiracy, did we have an agreement? Everybody said no. So there wasn't an agreement. Basically, you're charging me of an ideology. So this is a thought crime." And he brought a case of where an individual killed 16 people and he got 16 years in prison, but he got let go off early. But my brother, as the rest of the brothers, he did not touch anybody. No one was harmed, but it was just a crime, thought crime. They were saying, "We know what you were going to do." And I would like to say that a lot of the stuff that happened in the trial, if you were just there, you could tell that there was nothing to it. I don't know how you could give somebody 15 years for one of the brothers, just Facebook comments, you know. he said in his Facebook comments, I do not support terrorists, but they will not show that, you know. The prosecutors only were showing the negative aspects of it. And I would like to also point out that my brother, Shkumbin Sherifi, he never had a criminal record, but just the fact that he was labeled a terrorist, he went from 0 to a 6 automatically. And if you're one charge of it, they give you the maximum. So regardless of what you did, just because they say you're a terrorist, you get like 15 years. And personally speaking, I find that to be crazy, because right now, if I go out, rob a bank, I'm not gonna get 45 years like my brother. I get off 15 years the most. I know incidents where somebody got 3 years by robbing a bank. So this is injustice at its highest level. I could talk about my brother for like an hour about how great of a person he is, but you guys really, all these guys are great guys, but the fact is that they were either entrapped or set up by the FBI one way or another. Another thing I would like to mention is a lot of these cases are similar because the FBI asked my brother for a plea agreement, 15 years plus working with the FBI, if he turned his back on the other guys. Now he did not accept that. And I know the same thing happened to one of the brothers, Omar. The reason why he was put in jail is because he didn't want to help the FBI. But I don't know how, if he is a terrorist, why would you even offer that plea agreement if he's that dangerous? And another thing I would like to point out that the FBI never interviewed me and my family. That's it, you know. They didn't even care about that. They just got in and that's it. They were gonna label him a terrorist and that's it. But my brother was planning a life in my country with his wife and his daughter, and they were trying to say that he wanted to raise all this terrorism propaganda and all this stuff. But the fact is that he does have a daughter, he has a wife, and me and my family, we always travel the summers in Kosovo. That's where we're from, so I could go on forever, but I would just like to say that injustice is at its highest right now. And I think we gotta unite and spread the message because we don't want it to repeat. If it's gonna happen to me, you know, it could happen to one of your relatives, somebody you know. Because as soon as the brothers got arrested, it was all over the news, Japan, India, everywhere. This was international news, and then you didn't hear from them in a while. You know, the media only shows the negative stuff. If somebody, say in Washington right now, shoots somebody and he's not Muslim, he's not going to say a Christian or an Orthodox man shot this guy. He's just going to say blank blank did this crime. But if it's an Islamic or a Muslim man, it's going to be on national news. And I would just like to thank everybody for listening and taking this time out. I could go on forever, but I'm going to give everybody else the opportunity to say their side, their viewpoints. But thanks again.